frankly, there's so much innovation going on now. The smartest engineers that I know in software are all kind of gravitationally attracted to crypto. But I think crypto, before it's all said and done, is going to turn out to have been probably the biggest thing since the original internet and since the iPhone.
As a fixture of Silicon Valley, Naval Ravikant has done it all. Whether it's co-founding and building the world's first consumer review site, being an angel investor for billion-dollar companies, or blogging about personal experiences and philosophies to give back to the community, Naval seems to be at the center of everything. Most notably, he's also the chairman and co-founder of AngelList, a company that's been helping entrepreneurs raise funds and source talent since 2010.
We were doing AngelList, we're introducing entrepreneurs to investors. We weren't making any money for it, but it turns out that under the old laws in the books that was only quasi-legal. It's called unlicensed broker dealing. We sort of went to DC and we said, hey, look, people are just raising money differently these days. Startups are standing up there and telling everybody what they're doing, and it's not only accredited investors with whom they have pre-existing relationships. There are very sophisticated individuals who aren't millionaires who want to be able to invest in startups. So all of this has to be fixed. And we got the only bipartisan bill passed in that administration with President Obama. So all of that seemed at the time very relevant and good. Now fast forward to the blockchain revolution, ICOs. ICOs would not be possible without the Jobs Act. People don't realize that. There are multiple provisions of the Jobs Act without which the ICOs would have been completely illegal and shut down on day one.
Yeah.
The simplest one is general solicitation. You were not allowed to basically tell the world I'm raising money. You would get shut down just for that.
While many credit Naval's work on the Jobs Act as revolutionary for startup funding in the United States, it took a lot longer to realize that it was also a precursor to an even larger trend in global funding. Funnily enough, the same ICOs that the Jobs Act helped enable offered Naval another business opportunity years later.
Late 2014, I helped some friends start Metastable Capital, which is the first crypto fund in the space that did altcoins, because we had a thesis that there were going to be more interesting things than just Bitcoin. And then in 2016, 2017, I got a lot more involved with Metastable, did a whole bunch of early stage crypto investments, really looking for coins and blockchains that would solve problems that Bitcoin had not yet solved, mostly around Turing completeness, programmability, scalability, privacy, and so on.
So I remember in 2017, you said on Laura Shin's podcast that you often like to invest in money or money-like tokens. Has your investment thesis changed in a year?
Well, the investment thesis, just to clarify, was basically saying that I want to invest in layer one blockchains, things that have a chance of either being a unit of account or a store of value or a medium of exchange, because that's where the majority of the value will probably accumulate in the short to medium term. Blockchains are also still facing fundamental problems around scalability and decentralization. So we just haven't solved some very fundamental problems in blockchain. So I was mostly interested in investing in high quality academic teams that weren't like new to the game. They'd been in crypto for a while, and we're looking at addressing these. Now, there's another category which is sort of dApps. These are a little trickier. We have not yet seen mass market adoption of dApps because the underlying infrastructure is still too clunky. It doesn't scale. CryptoKitties went out there with a lot of fanfare, but then the underlying Ethereum blockchain wasn't able to keep up with the demand. It may be early for dApps. On the other hand, there are some dApps you could argue are very interesting, like an Augur or a Maker or so on. I'm broadening the horizon slowly, but I still think that we're solving the layer one problems right now, so that's still kind of where most of my attention is.
And so, even with the blockchain industry far from perfect, Naval continues to invest in different projects in the space. Whether they're coins and tokens that aim to capture value as currencies in the near future, or decentralized applications with longer time horizons, Naval is committed to the industry because of his belief in the technology's potential to secure a better future.
I look forward to the day for my kids probably when they can roll out of bed, there's a message on their phone or in their VR headset that says, here's a bunch of jobs for you given what you like to do and given your skill sets and your past work. They choose whichever one they want. They're paid in crypto and they work when they want, so it's a gig economy.
There's a lot of parallels to decentralized technology and having decentralized technology complement the vision of the future that you actually
Yeah, because in that world, I don't want to be working for a corporation nor do I want the central entity that's coordinating my work to be taking a 30% app store cut like Apple would take. My privacy has to be protected in terms of which jobs I did and what I did. My reputation and identities still have to be solid, but pseudonymous if I want them to be. So I think that there's a magic combination of blockchain plus VR/AR, that you can kind of squint and sort of make out 20 years out, that really creates a sovereign individual sort of economy. The whole 9-to-5 drudgery and grind, that's a product of the industrial age.
Yeah.
That's a product of factories. And now I think we'll revert more to a hunter-gathering kind of time allocation and how we spend our days. But of course, we'll be hunting and gathering virtually and digitally.
So that was another episode of Blockstreet's Beyond Blockchain. I had a great time picking Naval's brain. We are going to be showcasing a lot of cool figures in the blockchain space. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. Blockstreet has a ton of great content, and we can't wait to share it with you. So go check us out. See you next time.